So it's pretty chilly, and there's a bit of a wind chill today too. We are currently about 90 days away from planting, approximately. But when you catch that gardening itch.
Welcome to our channel, Say Why Chicken Thigh. We're here in mid-January in Vermont, and today I'll share with you 3 tips for growing veggies indoors using only natural sunlight and simple repurposed planting containers that you might already have kicking around your home. I'll show you the 3 essential elements of indoor container gardening you'll need to consider for your intended plants to flourish, including the containers, sunlight, and soil. So let's go find some containers.
Okay. Looking for some planters. There's a planter pot right there not being used, so that one will definitely probably come inside. But getting more creative, I can see these stored bins that aren't serving a purpose right now.
This large green bin will make a great container for my cushaw squash plant, which will require about 1.5 cubic feet to promote a strong root system. Choose the containers that are the ideal depth and width for your intended plant.
This old crib. And a fireplace cover. Now, obviously these aren't containers, but I'm thinking maybe I can use the slotted section to create a vertical trellis for things like squashes or beans that I might need to have climb. Oh, okay. I do not like climbing up there. Maybe they can house some repurposed yogurt cups or some smaller style planters. The other thing I came across were several of these plastic drawer organizers, because these are a nice size container for planting a variety of vegetables inside.
If you're unsure about what size container your plant will need to support their root system, you can use a free app like this one called Container Gardening.
Basic baking soda and vinegar can do magic for cleaning, so you can also, the other benefit to using these is you can have your helper sprinkle your baking soda on top of what you're cleaning. Alright, we got it all. And vinegar, so then we're going to pop the lid. You got it? Good, and then sprinkle some vinegar right on top.
It's so strong.
Pretty strong smell. Whoa. Good, that's enough. That's enough. We're not going to use all of that.
Oh, God.
Oh, alright, I guess we are. Not bad, right? For just baking soda and vinegar.
Add drainage to your containers by drilling holes through the bottom. I'm going to repurpose this old crib as a shelf and attach the side rail to the window to serve as a trellis. This setup will be ideal for my veggies that require high sun and vertical growing spaces, like my cushaw squash, peppers, and tomatoes. And that brings us to our next tip. Choose a sunny and warm space with a light level ideal for your plants. Since we're not using grow lamps, we'll need to prioritize locations with the best natural lighting. I'm using this free light reader by Doggo Apps to seek out the spaces with the best light intensity for my veggies. I'm growing red potatoes in 5-gallon buckets in this room, which can tolerate lower levels of sunlight. But I'm also planning on growing veggies that require more intense light. This south-facing sunroom has the absolute best light in the house. You can also increase natural light by adding mirrors in strategic locations and reflecting it back towards your garden. Choose the right soil for your plants. Since we didn't have the hindsight to collect our awesome compost and soil before it was below 0 temperatures outside, we're using our favorite high-quality organic potting soil. We love Coast of Maine, And we buy so much of it from our local hardware store that they've pitched in a cap, a face mask, and a bumper sticker to boot. Consider the ideal soil temperature your plant needs and be sure to choose a space that stays within that range. These potatoes can tolerate growing in a cool back room. You'll also need to make sure the soil pH is ideal for your plants. I'm using this simple pH reader that I picked up from my local hardware store for about $10. After considering the soil, sun, and space your intended plants will need, it's time to get creative and put your indoor container garden together. This old baby crib will be a perfect toddler-proof plant cage for the veggies that will grow best in that sunny south-facing playroom. We used leftover house paint to give it a fresh new look. A cheap and easy way to upcycle your planting containers is by using spray paint. There are countless ways to inexpensively and creatively decorate a repurposed container. We're growing red potatoes in these 5-gallon buckets and currently experimenting with 2 different growing methods, using whole sprouted potatoes in one bucket and pieces of sprouted potato in another bucket. Be sure to check back on our channel to see the bucket potato harvest. And here's our finished container garden for our sun-loving veggies, complete with 1 large section for the cushaw squash, an extra strong trellis to support these 5 to 25 pound squash as they grow vertically, a section for the habanero pepper plant on one side, and a cherry tomato plant on the other, and there's extra space in the front for 5 smaller containers, which I'll plant some herbs inside. I hope you've gained some inspiration from this video for your indoor container garden project. Subscribe to see our indoor veggies grow. Thanks for watching and happy planting!